Hello everyone, my name is Luce and today I'll be talking about flocking behaviours in feral pigeons, specifically those I've become friends with in Edinburgh. So what is flocking? Flocking is a collective behaviour of coordinated actions of large groups emerging from simple interactions rather than centralised control. It has no central leader and their coordination is a result of local interactions. And it isn't just in pigeons, it's in starlings, sheep, fish, zebras. There's a whole range of animals that flock. So here is a video of them flocking in St. Nicholas Square. In 1986, 3 foundational rules to flocking were created by Craig Reynolds to better understand this behaviour. These were stimulated similarly to the diagram shown on the right through oids, a bird-oid object. The first rule is separation. In the diagram, our pigeon with the crown will be our main focus. Essentially, each bird will keep its distance from another to prevent collisions between birds. The second rule is alignment. Birds will match the velocity with its surrounding neighbours whilst turning in the same directions. This ensures travel at the same pace towards the same direction. Our kingbird in the diagram will change direction and speed so that it aligns to those nearby. The third rule is cohesion. Flock mates will fly towards the centre of mass, which is essentially the average position of its neighbour. So in the diagram I've displayed the centre of mass as a green dot and all the surrounding birds will steer towards the average position. This will ensure the flock stays together whilst in flight. So in this video I have animated it so we can focus on a specific bird, this one here and its neighbours. So as it flies to the ground we can see that it stays very similar to its neighbours, matching the direction, the velocity, essentially to ensure it lands safely. And we will see it land very lovely right now. So why do pigeons flock? Flocking allows individuals to avoid being predated as the confusion of the group moving together decreases the chance of an individual being spotted and targeted. Together they look like one giant pigeon. Often pigeons will flock away due to urban disturbances including people, loud noises, cars or animals. When a flock changes direction, the change spreads quickly through the group and the pigeon is always following those around them. Flocking happens in pigeons all around the world, even in different environments. Although feral pigeons live in urban areas, flocking happens regardless of the weather, climate or population. It is a universal behaviour in every single continent except for Antarctica where pigeons do not inhabit. In 2010, biologist Tamas Nagy of the University of Eötvös in Budapest began a study on homing pigeons to determine whether there was in fact a leader. He attached GPS backpacks onto groups of 10 pigeons and recorded their movement and speed for every fifth of a second. With this, he found although there are no fixed central leaders, there is something of a hierarchy between the birds. Those with more experience and stronger flyers often took more of a lead in the changes of directions and speed. However, it changed every day. Tamas says there are days when the pigeon which takes the role most of the time is less active. Perhaps it did not have a good night's sleep. During these days, some of the birds on lower levels of the hierarchy had their chance to lead. It was also found that the temporary leaders took positions in the flock at the front, which seems to make sense, but for a bird that can pretty much see all around them wasn't necessary. More surprisingly, it was also found that the leaders would take positions to the left. This was likely due to the fact that, like us, pigeons' brains are asymmetrical. Their right brain, which receives signals from the left eye, controls the ability to recognize other pigeons, and so if a pigeon sees one of its peers through its left eye rather than the right, it responds quicker and stronger. Overall, there is no central leader. Leadership is shared and flexible between birds. So that brings us to the end of our video, but with that I just wanted to highlight that by studying flocking behaviours through feral pigeons that we have access to every single day, we're able to understand and learn more about these coordinated group movements which are displayed in animals all over the world, ones that aren't always very easily accessible. So for example, the zebra. Through these simple rules, we're able to understand the complex behaviours that are displayed in flocking and apply that to other animals. So I hope that this video has shown you that pigeons are actually very cool. They're not vermin, they're not disgusting, and they are not annoying. They can be sometimes a bit scary when they start to flock, but overall they're a gateway into the animal kingdom. I think that they're more than flying rats and that we should be nicer to them and learn more from them. After all, I don't remember the last time I walked through Edinburgh and haven't almost collided into 1 billion tourists. Perhaps we can learn to flock more like them. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you are nice to your local pigeons.